My name is Darrell. I am currently married with 3 kids. I currently live in Streamwood, Illinois, and I am a permanent resident. I came in at the age of 8 to the United States of America in 1997 as a conditional resident due to my mom being married to a U.S. citizen, and they ultimately applied for me to get a conditional resident here in the United States. I was a conditional resident for 2 years. And after that 2 years, I had to apply to be a permanent resident. Now, after the 2 years, the paperwork was not filled out correctly, so I ultimately lost my permanent residency at that time, therefore ultimately putting me into ICE custody. My removal case lasted from 2008 to 2015. In 2014, I was brought into immigration custody, and it lasted about 8 months in McHenry County Jail. It was a horrible feeling. And December 17, 2014, I remember at 6 o'clock in the morning, a knock on the door, and I didn't think nothing of it. I opened the door and it was immigration. They asked me for my permanent residency card. I didn't have it, and they told me that I had to be put in custody. At that time, it was very hard. It's about 8 days before Christmas. I have 3 kids, and it was the most horrible feeling ever, just being taken away from them, not knowing what was going on at the same time. Now, in immigration custody, there was so much stress due to the fact that just thinking about my wife raising my kids on her own and not having my support there, and it was just, I felt like I had no hope. Well, being in there with other people that was being deported, the first day I was taken in, there was this guy who had just had his final court date, and he gave me a business card of Mario Godoy Law Offices, and you know, I felt like that was a sign. So I had my wife give him a call, and 8 months later, he resolved the case for me. Previous attorneys, I would give them a call and, you know, try to talk to them, and they wouldn't just give me no answers. At Mario, they made me feel like I was important, made me feel like they were working on my case. And I loved every part of that experience with Mario. That just felt like he had my back. It was just amazing that they finally got to see it, and to hear my family members speak about me, and knowing I had all that support, it felt great. But even it felt better when the judge gave me the approval for my conditions to be removed. So I was just ultimately happy. I think that was the happiest day of my life right there, knowing that I can go back home to my family. I would definitely recommend Godoy Law Offices for their work, their outstanding work, their attention to detail. And you know, now I feel like they're part of my family because I couldn't have done it without them.